In today's video, you will be learning how to document your project using GitHub. Alright, so let's jump right into it. So first thing to do is to sign up for GitHub if you don't have an account already. So for you to sign up, just click on sign up and then click on create your free account. So what you do is just create a free account, because I already have an account. That's why it's bringing us to this page. So if you don't have an account, the same way you register for anything, the same way you just register for it, and make sure you remember your password. Then the next thing you do is, now, so this is my GitHub repository. The next thing we want to do now is to document our project. Now for us to document our project, go to this plus icon at the top right. Now you see new, create new repository. Now these are the repository that I've created. So repository is just like a document that contains all the information about the project that I've currently worked on. So we want to now document our project. So I go to create new repository, Now it says create new repository. Now in this repository name, this is where you put in the name of your repository. So it's attendance insights analysis using Power BI. Okay, so this is what I want the name to be. Then the description, you can put whatever you want to put, and the description, so it's optional, but we'll come back to it later. For now it's optional, let's leave it at that. And then in the public, please, if you want to share to the public for everybody to see, you leave that public, but if you don't want to, you leave that private. Then I will click on this add a readme file. So a readme file enables us to now, that's where we're actually going to carry out the documentation. Okay, so don't change any of that thing. Then you go to create repository. So we've successfully created a repository, and the name is attendance insight analysis using Power BI. Now let's say we want to change the name that we gave this repo. We can come to settings. When you go to settings, you can now come here and rename repository. Peradventure you don't like what you gave it, or you want to just change it or modify it, you come there and change it. So there is no other thing, just come there and then rename it. You don't need to change any other thing there. So I'll go back, because I don't want to change anything, so I'll just go back to the repository that we've created. Now the next thing we will do is to document the project that we want to work on. So I've written some of the things already in this document. So what I will just do is to do more of copy and paste, because I already documented there. So for us to document, you come to this readme file and click on this pencil icon, and then we'll start documenting. Now this readme, this page actually works in Markdown. So a Markdown syntax, so it uses Markdown syntax, not like the regular way we write things there, but it has a particular syntax you need to follow to document your project. Now for instance, if we want to, it works to like the HTML language, something like that. Now if you want to make it bold, that is why this hash is here. If I want to reduce the boldness, let me put it at 2. So you see 2 hash. If I put 2 and then I come to preview, you see it's a little bit smaller. Let's go back and then remove the hash, so you see, and then click on preview. Now you see it's bigger. So the header, the first header, you can leave it at double hash or a single hash. Okay, let's go back to edit. want to edit it a little, what I want here to edit, so it's more detailed. So Dominion City, Olive Parish, attendance from January to October. Insight analysis is about it. Yeah, I like it as this. Okay, let's leave it as this. So let's preview what we just did and see if it's what we want. Okay, so I'm seeing Dominion City. So Dominion City Olive Parish. So let's see the preview. Dominion City Olive Parish attendance from January to October. Insight analysis using Power BI. Alright, so yes, let's move on. Now the next thing we could do is I clicked on enter to come to the next line. Now next thing we want to do is the project overview. So what is this project about? What is this project about? So that's what we're going to do here. Write about the project overview. So project overview, and because it's not the header, it's like a subheading, so I'm going to use 3# and then write project overview. So in this project overview, this is where you talk about the project. What is the project generally about? This is where you now talk about what the project is generally about. So I'll go to this Word document and then I copy what I've written there and what the project is about, and then I paste it. Let's preview to see what we just did. Okay, beautiful. Now we've done that, and then I press enter again. Then now we are done with the project overview. The next thing we want to do is to write about the objective. What are the things we aim to achieve, or what were the things that was tackled in this project? So I'll come there because there's on that subheading I'll put the 3# and write objectives. So when you're documenting your project, what are the objectives for your project? What do you intend to achieve, or what do you intend to get out from the project, or what was gotten out from the project? So because I've written all of those things, you can also call it a problem statement, the problem you're trying to solve. So I copy and then I go there and then I paste it. Now if I go to preview, you see it has this dots. You see the lines are, it's not well arranged, it's not well formatted. Now for us to actually give it a bullet, because what I have in mind to do is to give it a bullet like so. Now for us to do that, to write a bullet in Markdown syntax for bullet is this dash. Okay, then I'll print this. Okay, so let's preview to see what we just did. Okay, beautiful. So you see it's now well formatted. Alright, let's continue our edit. Now the next thing I want to do in this project is to explain my processes, the processes that took place in carrying out this project. Then because it's subheading too, so put 3# and then I write process. Alright, so like I said, go here. And then I copy the processes that included for me to carry out this project. So there was a data collection. From data collection, I explained how I collected the data, how the cleaning took place, and then the visualization, the tools that I used for the visualization, how I was able to collect the data, how I was able to clean using fusing matching techniques to get out and remove duplicates. So all of those things is what you put there. Okay, let me calm down. Let's bring this down. Okay, let's change this to 2. So now we want to list out the process. First process was data collection, the second one was data cleaning. So we can use this. Markdown syntax is also 1, 2, and all of those things. So because this is under, we can click on tab and put a hyphen. Come here, put a hyphen. So preview very soon to see what we just did. Click on tab. Okay. Okay. Alright, so let's preview to see what we just did. See if it's okay. Okay, so you can see we had a bullet here, number 1, telling us the data collection process. So the church collected service data throughout the year. Data entry was outsourced, but significant cleaning was required to make it analysis ready. Alright, so you see there was like this sub bullet again. Alright, so let's go and continue our editing. Go to edit, and then I'll scroll down and then change this to number 3. Okay, so we're done with the process. Let's review. Okay, so we need to still edit. We're not done. You see? Okay, beautiful. Then we'll go to the next. Now, so the next thing we want to talk about are what are the tools used for this analysis. So for us to carry out this analysis, what are the tools that was used? Okay, so I used for this my analysis, I used both Excel and then I used Power BI for as a tool. Those are the tools I use. So and now this is a subheading again, so I use 3 hash symbol and then I write tools, press down. Now, like I said, I've already documented it, so I don't need to do all of those things again. I copy and then I paste it here. Now remember, because it's a bullet, so I have to put dash. Alright, so the next thing I want to also include in our documentation for this project is what are the key insights that was gotten from this project that was carried out from the analysis. What are the key insights? So key insights. I'm copying the key insights. And we'll change it to hyphen, dash, hyphen, whatever. Then the next thing we would also want to include when you're documenting your project is what were the challenges you faced. So every project is unique. So if you didn't face any challenge, there's no need to put it there. But if you face any challenge, you include it there. Kind of challenges and solutions. Challenges and solutions. So you can choose to put them in different bullets. Challenges separate, solutions separate. Okay, so I go and then I copy my challenges and solutions and then I paste. Remember, change it to hyphen and then let's preview to see what we've done so far. Okay, beautiful. Okay, beautiful. So we've done that. Now in this project we didn't have to write any special syntax. So but if you want to show the code maybe you want to write out a code that you carried out, you just want to, there's a code you used, you can now do this. Use the back tick. So the back tick is before the one on your keyboard, so you click on the back tick and then write the code or syntax. So let's say we use select star from database. Then when we're done writing the code, okay, let's say join A and B, for instance, and then you use your back tick again to end. And then let's go and preview to see what it brought out. So you see, it looks like a code. So if you want to write a code, a particular snippet of your code, you can now use the back tick to write that out, and that's how it will look like. Okay, so it looks like a code. Now the next thing you might want to do is a table. You want to insert a table in your documentation. Now for us to insert a table, use the pipe symbol. So the pipe symbol is at the right hand side. So you see the pipe symbol, you do maybe say let's say this is the heading, then use the pipe symbol again and put heading 2. Use your pipe symbol again. So you see we've created the heading for our table. Then if you want to add the content, you can now come down here and then do your pipe symbol again, then say content put the pipe symbol and content 2 and go down. Okay, we didn't put pipe symbol, then content 2, put a pipe symbol, Python, put a pipe symbol, Python 2, put a pipe symbol. Okay, let's preview. Let's see if we're getting what we want. So you see we've created a table in Markdown. Now you see this horizontal line separating the heading from this project overview. Wow, let me go and rename it. Now we want maybe for instance we want a line separating the project overview and the objectives. For us to do that, just do dash dash dash. At least 3 will do. Then we'll go to our preview. Now you see it has given it that horizontal line. So but I don't want that, so I just clean. So there are many other things you can do in your Markdown. So for you to, if you want to know more about the Markdown symbol, something you want to add, I will drop in the description the link to learn more Markdown syntax. Alright, so but now if for instance you're seeing that we're scrolling up and scrolling down to read what we documented, so there's a need for us to add the table of content so that we can easily navigate the project, navigate the documentation, and just read up what we want to read. The table of content should be immediately after the heading. So I'll give it 2 asterisks and then I'll say table content, table of contents. Now for us to write a table of contents, we'll put this dash symbol, and then we'll put this, and then what's the first project overview, then you close it. So this, then the next thing you do, this is the name of the project overview, this is the name of the this is project overview, so this is what's wants there. Next thing we'll put there is the link. Now for us to link it, we'll put this open bracket and then put hash and then write project overview and close the bracket. Let's go and see what we just did. Let's preview. You see now it's a link, so if I click on it, it takes me to project overview. Let's continue. So objectives, and then write the objectives in small letter. So I'll close the bracket, go to the next one. The other one was process. Open the bracket, push the hash, write process. Close the bracket. Next one will be tools. Close the bracket, open, put the hash, and then say tools. Now you see that you have to a project overview, so use dash. You don't leave space when you're doing the link. Then key insights, you open your bracket to write hash, key insights. Last one will be challenges. Challenges and solution. And then we write challenges hyphen and solution. Okay, so let's preview. So you see we've successfully created a table of, okay, let's see, let's edit. Challenges and objectives. Okay, so it must be the same name. If it's challenges and solution, it should be challenges and solutions there. So I go to my header, change it to what it is. Okay. Okay, so we have successfully created the links in all of it. Now let's commit our change to GitHub. So click on commit changes. Yes, let's say yes, commit changes. You can write the name of the change and any other description you want to put. Then you click on commit changes. So now we've committed our changes. Now if I click on, you see, if I click on any of these table of contents, it takes me to where it is on the documentation. So if I click on key insights, it just takes me to the key insight, then I can read it, which is beautiful. Then the next thing we want to do is I'll click on this attendance insight analysis using Power BI. Click on it. Next thing I want to do now is to upload the project, the documents that was then I used in this project. So I click on this plus sign, see create new file or upload file. So I want to upload files. So the files that I use for this project. Now there are two ways to do it. Either you drag or you choose the file. So let's click on choose file. I go to documents. So these are the files I use. I just highlight them, highlight, and say open. You can come here and write a little description of what you just uploaded. Now when we're done uploading everything, when we're done uploading all the files, you click on commit changes. So I'll click on commit changes. Now you see the readme file is there, the project, this is the Power BI document, this is the data set, and this is the project, the image of the project that was used. Now let's say for instance we want to put the image, of the Power BI project that was carried out. So if I click on this pencil icon again, click on this pencil icon. So in this overview, let's just minimize. I drag it and I put it here. Okay, so it's uploading it, and now it has. So this is the project where it has put in the image of the project I want to put with the location of the project. Then the next thing I do now is to commit changes. Let's see, extended, okay, added, let me just say, let's write it here, added the image of the project, and then I click on commit changes. Okay, so let's scroll down. Oh, it's still loading, so when it's done loading, the image will show finally. Alright, so now we have successfully documented our projects. We can now get more, and anybody that comes in now understand what we did, the project we did, and what we did, and the processes we took, the tools we use, and the key insights. So any other thing will be added to the description. Like I said, the Markdown syntax documentation will be added to the description.